Welcome to the Wargamerist. I'm Grant.
I'm John.
Guest John here today. We're going to do Battle Report UKTC. I will be bringing the Dark Kin. And John, what have you got for me?
I've got Chaos Knights today, Grant, and we're going to be playing Traitoris Lance. A bit of a divergent from usual. We're not going 13 War Dogs, sadly. The only meta way to play. But I thought we'd spice in and throw a bit of Nurgle theme in there. A couple of big knights, which it's a bit rarer to see nowadays. And I've thrown in Roticus in there just for a bit of flavour, and we'll see how he does.
Yeah, I mean, the knights I can normally deal with a couple of them, but if they all run at you and then there's a big Great and Clean one or the named Great and Clean one as well, it's going to be hard work.
It's always tough.
Yeah, he's
tough
really
and
hard work. I'll bring the Realspace Raiders. As usual, we'll go through kind of the mission rule, we'll go through deployment, and then we'll go through the army list a little bit there as well. But the main thing is we're playing Terraform on Hammer and Anvil, and the Adapt or Die is the mission rule.
Well, we'll see how it goes and see if I make it past turn 2.
You'll be fine.
Alright, so playing Chaos Knights is all about dealing with battle shock, manipulating battle shock of your enemy, and working with it to really give you some bonuses further down the line. For those of you who've never played Chaos Knights, or this is your first time encountering them, what happens is very much you start with it, you go on to sort of turn 3, and then that's when your bonuses really kick in. If your enemy's battle shock from turn 3 onwards, you get +1 to wound, which can be fantastic if you can pull it off. There's some stratagems and enhancements that can help you do this. There are certain ones that mean when you're in fight phase with them and you're actually in combat, then you can cause your enemy to give battle shock. A lot of people bring certain models that cause battle shock, so you might come into that if you're playing against people. For this, I'm playing Traitoris Lance as the detachment rule, which keys in very, very closely to the army rule. So instead of being within 12 inches, you cause battle shock. If instead of being at half, which is your usual for battle shock, if you're under starting strength, it goes off. Again, it just helps with that sort of cohesiveness of trying to cause battle shock, trying to get to this Doom and Darkness All-Runner by sort of turn 3. So you get that, +1 to against your enemy, and they also are -1 to hit you if you manage to battle shock that enemy. So it's all about playing with that detachment.
So I'll be playing the Realspace Raiders. Again, I've gone back to it lately, just because you get more pain tokens. And I find with other Drukhari detachments at the moment, I need to try the Reaper's Wages, but I don't have enough Harlequins yet. You just don't start with enough. And if you run out of pain tokens in kind of turn 1 or turn 2, it's very hard to get them back again. You've run out of steam. So by having 6 to start with, because you get an extra one for every homunculus leader, witch leader, or archon leader that you have, and 3 base anyway, it just is a bit more powerful. So if you kind of bounce turn 1, you can still push forward turn 2 with extra rerolls. Always got to have a Chronos in there as well for that helping. Strategies are things that tend to use. Again, I'll be using the -1 to wound on homunculus units, very powerful for a toughness 7 Talos unit. I've got an advance and charge for witch units only, which can be quite useful, but I don't know how useful our combat with witches against knights will be today. We'll see. I've got a fire and fade. It is 2 CP though, so maybe that'll come up. But yeah, that's kind of about it for the strategies I tend to use. Let's dive into deployment. Okay, so deployment's all finished. John, run us through what you have and what's down.
Right, so what I've got for you today, Grant, is a little bit of infiltration from the Nurglings starting up front. Just a bit of move blocking, a bit of an aura of -1 to hit for you. I've covered my backfield to try and stop any sort of late game sort of reserves coming in with some Nurglings towards the back, some Plague Bearers who could pop forward for Sticky later in the game. If it gets to the point I feel a bit safer after whistling down. Maybe. We'll see if they have to run up.
And what are all these big knights? Because there's some with spikes and there's some with guns.
Well, it's
and there's
chaos.
some with tentacles.
So there's always spikes and guns and tentacles. We've got simply a Lancer and a Rampager. Their loadouts can't actually change. So the Lancer's equipped with his lance and a shield. That gives him his 4+ invuln and melee and ranged. The Rampager, I'm hoping, will be a big threat against your Taloses, only for that flat 8 damage claw.
Oh, yeah.
So having those go through one after another, if I get 2 through, hopefully...
How many attacks does it have? Like
5,
Yeah, you could take out Talos with
so
that
that's
easy.
hope. Roticus, again, I'm keeping as a nice big aura.
Just a big speed bump.
Basically, a big tough speed bump that can hopefully sit on an objective.
Wounds, 24 wounds?
22 wounds, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
22 wounds, 4 up invuln save.
Yeah.
Just keep that going through, and he should be able to give an aura of, or an 18-inch pick a target to get +1 damage. Again, I'm hoping that sort of flat damage 4 things can chip through the Taloses and all those sort of venoms for just those 2 hits going through to kill them, rather than like 3 or 4.
Definitely.
Squishy, everyone's favourite lovely beast of Nurgle.
On the back objective.
He's always my go-to.
Yeah.
I sit him on the back objective and just keep him going, just keep him there. If he gets whittled down, usually if I keep him on the back and he's not too dedicated, he can usually go down to 1 wound, and of course, unless you kill him in one go, he's back to full strength. So he's just a nice little...
Pretty good.
Yeah, nice little deployment. We've got 2 War Dogs for you, because they've got their nice movement, advance and charge, 40 minutes movement. Today, all the knights, apart from the extermination with your double cannons, everything else has your Havoc launchers, just for that indirect fire, really.
I probably should have put a unit of Scourge into Deep Strike, but it is what it is. I'm sure they'll get murdered turn 2.
The only way to deal with it is that you
Yeah.
have to have some indirect fire with these boys.
Okay, and is it 2,000 points exactly?
It is, let me have a look for you. What have we got? We have exactly 2,000 points with no enhancements.
Well, that's really good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So, I have brought... I'm quite scared of this list because there's lots of big things, and I guess it's just going to run forward, actually, and hurt me. I'll be honest, John, the Chaos Knights is one I've lost to a lot.
Is it?
I have the 13 knight list, though. So if I can pop out some of these big ones, but there's Rotigus, he's very hardcore. So I have a list that I've been kind of playing with for a little bit anyway. Realspace Raiders. So I've got up in this corner, I've got Warlord, Archon, Archibald with 5 Incubi and a Venom to get all the rerolls. He's very good. Unit of Talos. All the Talos have Drukhari Haywire Blasters, the Gauntlet, and the Squirter Gun, what's it called? Liquefier Gun, as a torrent weapon. So they're quite good. Again, fantastic at 80 points per model, 160 for the unit, with the Feel No Pains and the -1 to wound strat. Lovely. He's not actually put anything in Deep Strike, but I've just got these here, Mandrakes here, because they do uppy downy, so they'll be safe for later. Urim Rathkar in the corner here with 5 Racks. Again, the 5 Racks are just, ablative wounds for him, really. Off the objective slightly, and then 5 Cabalites in here. It's unit of 10, and then the Venom splits it up. So all the heavy weapons will be in this one, and then we've got a Ravenger here. The other 5 Cabalites are in strategic reserve. 1 Ravenger here, 1 Ravenger here, 1 Ravenger here. So it's the 3 Dark Lancers on each of them, just because. And they're actually quite annoying for 110 points. They stick around a bit longer. Another unit of Talos here, another unit of Talos here, exactly the same. And then this parking lot in here is 2 units of Scourge, one above the other, all with Dark Lancers. Charlie the Kronos just hiding in there. And then Lilith in here with her witches. This is against the wall, so potentially I could run over and jump on this early doors and start terraforming because she does fight first. However, fights first against knights, not as powerful against that. You're not infantry, so I don't get all my bonuses, so we'll see. But yeah, right. Who goes first? I think we're ready, aren't we?
I think we are.
So you are the defender in this.
I am.
But let's see, as the guest, give us a roll.
Guest. Oh, a 5. Could be tricky to beat. I really want first turn.
Oh no! I didn't want first turn.
Oh, what a shame. He's got to come towards me.
Okay. Okay, so first turn for Drukhari. Let's see what I draw. Area Denial. Okay, good. And then no prisoners. Oh, okay, great. Most stuff's hiding. That's not great. Let's see how we get on. We might just need to check. I think those are within 6. So I might have to kill some Nurglings to get Area Denial. But let's get into it. So end of Drukhari turn 1, area denial and no prisoners. So area denial is okay, but I had to get up here to be in it, basically. So my Cabalite Venom had to come over and got to about here. I was going to disembark them, and then I thought, you know what, I'll keep them safe, and I'll just advance the Venom onto it. Rolled a 1, so it didn't quite make it, so I had to re-roll it. So my CP gone already. So I have got area denial by them being within 3 inches. I had to then get the Archon out, and then he and the Incubi came and promptly slaughtered all the poor Nurglings, even with the -1. Talos move round. Umrathkar stayed where he is, shuffled some mandrakes, and then everything here just moved forward and through and round so it could see line of sight on Roticus and the Lancer. The Scourge moved up to the top and then promptly moved down after the shot. A lot of shooting, a lot of pain tokens, didn't take a single wound off of Roticus. I think this Ravager got 7 wounds on the Lancer.
Yep.
And then I think I got 6 wounds with the
Talos.
Haywire Blaster, yeah. But these Scourge completely bounced. What it is the toughness 12 on both Roticus and the Lancer.
And both having a flat 4-up invuln.
And both having a flat 4-up invuln. And, you know, I'm having to, 50% of my shots are missing, even with the reroll. And then 50% of the wounds are missing.
Yep.
Because it's 12 to strength 12. So, yeah, it's pretty hardcore. So, how many is the Lancer on now?
He's down to 12 from 25, so we're a good halfway.
Okay, but you're going to run across that.
I will now run straight into your face with everything I have.
Okay.
I think the rest of the game will hopefully be fought somewhere around here.
Yeah,
would be my goal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's see. First card.
I'll put them.
Extend battle lines.
Nice.
Potentially doable. And no prisoners, hopefully also quite doable.
Cool, yeah. Right, let's go. Okay, so Chaos Knights end of turn 1. Bloody hell, that's scary. Just everything's run at me. Look at the board. They were back there 5 minutes ago, and there's only turn 1. You drew extend battle lines and no prisoners. Talk us through what happened briefly.
Right, so I pulled everything up. We had the venom that was here, which managed to get blown up, which is
flat 3 damage from the Brigand.
3 damage.
Just 2 got through, dead. Yeah. I was going to get out the Cabalites on the objective, but then there's this advance and charge monstrosity here.
Yep, reroll charge. Reroll charge for the Carnivore, which is incredibly scary.
This advanced up.
This advanced up, so it wasn't able to shoot, but it towed him on the objective, so 8 OC there.
He rolled forwards.
He rolled, roly-polied all his way to the objective. It's a nice amount of threat on this side of the board.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I'm not going there.
This side of the board, I'm actually getting pretty nervous about because the Lancer, although he did kill the 2 Talos, thank God.
You shot. So there was his aura is aura of
aura of salt.
Of assault, so you moved him up to about here.
Yep.
Then this guy came up and shot. Did a 3-way split with this one.
He did do a 3-way split, but I think it paid off.
Yeah, killed a few Scourge.
I got 1 Talos down to 1 wound, which was fantastic from the Melter. I was 2 millimeters out from...
Well, a bit, basically just under Melter range. But it didn't matter anyway.
No, because the Lancer would have...
free tank shot with the Lancer on the charge.
Which is...
Obliterated.
Always helpful.
Obliterated 1.
And then
2s to hit, 2s to wound.
2s hit on the Lance.
20 AP or something ridiculous.
Oh, it's horrendous amounts.
There you go, there's 16 feel no pains on 1 Talos. Great, yeah.
I am worried about the Lance though. I don't think he will survive the next round of shooting. He's got 12 wounds left. There's all the Scourges left, which I reckon probably will focus.
Yeah, everything's going to shoot him.
I reckon he's got a good chance of being dead this turn.
So if I don't clear up these 2, maybe that 1, I'm stuffed basically. So I'm going to have to just ignore this corner. So blimey, but it's very close at the moment. 1917 to the Chaos Knights. Over to Drukhari, turn 2. Right, Drukhari turn 2, I draw Engage on all fronts and Sabotage. I don't want to be doing either of those because I need to kill some knights. Let's get into it. So into Drukhari turn 2, that was pretty intense because I had to deal with some very big threats over this side of the board. As you can see, it's now empty. But what happened, I basically lined up everything on the Lancer, killed it with, I think it was the front Ravager here, this guy. And what happened?
He blew up.
Blew up. And
blew up a lot.
The damage? D6?
D6 plus 2.
D6 plus 2. Scourge are down to maybe 3 Scourge left because they exploded. I think you hurt my Talos. All the witches died and Lilith is now down to a couple of wounds. So that, it was annoying. And then basically I managed to kill this one off with something. I think the 2 Scourge popped off. One Scourge.
1 Scourge.
Yeah, because I did some damage elsewhere. 1 Scourge popped off, killed him. And then, so Lilith was unable to cleanse there. And then in the back here, got enough on here so I could cleanse naturally. They made their charge in. They battle shocked him.
Did.
Which means you couldn't spend a CP on anything, and then got him down to just 1 wound, which was quite Sad. How many wounds do you start on?
12. Toughest 10, 12 wounds.
How can you be 1 wound then? Because they're all 2 damage each. That doesn't mathematically make sense.
No, it doesn't.
How many wounds I do? So
I'm either on 2 or...
2 or none. Let's say you're on 2.
I
to
think
2.
I might be on none, to be honest.
I don't know how that works. You don't want in there now because it's a roadblock for these guys.
Because I think we only took 1 away when you did the...
Because we reactively remembered that the Feel No Pain also reactively remembered that the Incubi do a battle shock, which you then failed on a 4, which means you couldn't have spent that CP in the first place.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, roll it. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I was
1, 2, 3. He's dead. 4, 5, 6. He's live. He's live. He's on 2.
Live on 2.
Cool. Yeah.
There we are.
And then these Talos charged in and finished off that guy who was on 3 wounds after some shooting. So yeah, overall quite good. I've cleared a flank, but I don't know what the roly-poly in this lot's going to do. So, in terms of my missions, I did adapt or die for engage on front, so that's been shuffled back in. Sabotage, I kept, and I also draw cleansed. So that's why Lilith was able to cleanse and the Cabalites in the middle of that cleanse as well. But I suspect a lot of dead Cabalites and Incubi. Yeah. So let's go on with it.
Let's try. Turn 2. Card number 1. What have we got? Defend Stronghold.
Squishy.
Squishy indeed. Squishy indeed. Squishy saves all. And Overwhelming Force.
Oh, good. I've got loads of stuff on objectives. That's great for you.
That's going to be rather handy, I think.
Okay, let's go. Okay, turn 2 for the Chaos Knights. John, talk us through what happened.
Right, so the shooting, while the shooting with the charging from the Rampager did his job.
Oh, he was outrageous. He was outrageous.
I mean, 18 shots, wounding on 2, sustained hits. It's never going to be good.
And Roticus did a bit of bombing.
Roticus did some bombing, didn't really do much, but he took out the Sergeant. What did pay off actually is the indirect fire. Always that little chip damage took out 2 more Scourges.
There was only one Scourge left.
One Scourge left.
And then what happened with this guy over the side?
This guy, I did try again to pull off the 3 split fire. I was very greedy because I only had to get 1 through here or 2 through there, and I was like, oh, 8 shots.
And you tried to kill Lilith, which was rude.
And I tried to kill Lilith with Stubber, so it should be fine.
Good.
But yeah, nothing went off. They're all wounded though, which means they will have to take
Battle Shock.
Battle Shock.
Yeah, yeah. Is that not within 12 or is that just...
Well, it's normal Battle Shock.
Oh, they're below half, yes, so they have to get... Yeah, that's true. So I thought it's within 12. But yeah, so you pushed me off this because it's 10 and 10 on the OC here.
Yep, so we can test it in the middle. I'm owning that one over there.
You're on this one, and then I've got that one. So I'll get 8 at least, so that's something, but blimey, gosh, yeah. Okay.
And I'm keeping Roticus back there because if you did want to bring anything from reserves, then I can use my many OCs to bomb it and hopefully clear out anything that you bring on.
True, and there's all this stuff back here, so I can't even get in the back line.
You can't get in the back line, you can't really get there without being bombed to death.
This is going to be yours. You want to start terraforming in a minute if you can.
That was the plan,
yeah. Okay, because he fell back out of combat. We realised he was on 2, we rolled off and he said he was on 2. So he can't terraform yet, but next time he'll be...
So basically his job's going to be, he's done for the game. He's just going to stand there, yeah.
Alright, cool.
That's it.
Drukhari turn 3. Recover assets and mark for death. You're going to give me that, and that for mark for death. So I will adapt or die the mark for death.
Yep.
And then I will draw Establish Locust. Let's see what I can do with some mandrakes, or maybe that boat in the middle. We'll see. Right, let's get into it. Drukhari turn 3, end of. Did establish locus and recover assets. A couple of errors on my side. Killed off this gentleman on the edge here with all the Ravengers and stuff. Did quite a few more wounds to this guy. Should have grenaded him as well, but forgot. And shot everything into him, charged him. Stupidly, I charged him with the 2 Talos that was here, and he capped back and did a lot of many damage. Yeah, it just chainsword both of them in half, and I should have just left them here because he can't get through this gap with the Cabalites, and then just continue funneling everything through. Lilith managed to do 2 wounds though, so you know, good job. Brought on some witches over here, brought on some Cabalites over there. I am terraforming with the I'll terraform with the what are they called? Mandrakes, and then recover assets with this Talos, recover assets with the racks, and I establish locus with the boat in the middle. So some points. Over to Chaos Knights round 3. Chaos Knights round 3.
Round 3, we've got Mark for Death.
Nice.
Doable. and storm hostile objective.
Do you want to kill? Do you want to take Mark for Death or not?
You select 3 units, don't you?
I think you have to decide if you want to give it first.
I'm going to...
Because I'm going to give you all the stuff back here,
of course
basically.
you are. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of it and use one of my 2...
Adapter dice?
Adapter dice.
Yeah, I'll shuffle it back in a sec. What's your next one then?
It is recover assets.
Fair enough, you've got loads of stuff at the back. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
End of round 3 for the Chaos Knights. John, what happened?
Oh, we had a bit of a relaxed time over there in that corner, which is a nice... yeah, they stood there. They're just terraforming, recovering assets, being quite happy.
So which is which? So this is terraforming.
This is terraforming, and this is recovering assets, along with Squishy.
Squishy at the back is
Squishy's always
recovering
doing his job.
I'm going to score you for that.
Yeah.
Lilith bounced. You killed Lilith.
I
Fair
did.
enough. Consolidating the Cabalites.
Yep.
This guy, was it Terrashades when you walked through a building?
I did do Terrashades, yeah. I walked straight through the
there.
building and
Charged Venom.
Charged Venom, killed the Venom. Consolidated
Absolutely.
nicely into the back of the Incubi.
They're fine.
No, they're
fine.
Calibite.
They're absolutely fine. They're fine.
Yeah, no, they'll be good.
Fine.
They'll be good. They'll be good.
So
They'll get
yeah,
dark marks and be happy.
high scoring for you. You're in front right now, so
I
I
am
need
in combat,
to.
so you'll be -1 to hit me, aren't you?
I'm going to run away.
No, I meant from... Oh, you're running away.
I'm just going to run away. I'm not going to stand with 3 Calabites there. They're not worth anything to me. Right, let's move on. Let's see what I get. So, bloody hell. Extend battle lines and secure for the Drukhari turn 4.
Yep.
I moved these ladies over so they could just see this gentleman who was terraforming, but not be vomited on from the angle. Threw a grenade, popped him out. Then basically Venom came over, Venom of the Hour. Moved everybody over here because this objective was sticky from the Cabalites. That pain token's finished, that's gone. Shot all of the small arms fire into this Brigand, Carnivore, and got it down to 1 wound. And then got the big guy here down to 1 wound with the 3 Ravengers. I basically empowered everything, and Charlie, the Kronos, who's in this back corner in here, gave me lots of pain tokens back, which was very useful. Both were on 1 wound each. Their little Scourge here had 1 shot left, took aim, killed this guy, and then I tank shocked in with the Venom. So basically my 2 weakest units on the board
Did their job.
Did their job at the end,
each.
yeah. So I have secured No Man's Land, luckily. Gosh, blimey. And then extended battle lines anyway. So, yeah, your turn 4.
Enemy lines. And marked for death again. Ooh.
Yeah, you can have the 3 Ravengers at the back.
Yeah.
Unless you can, behind enemy lines.
I will spend my second
thingy, yeah.
second thingy to get another one, and I've got Bring It Down.
So that Mark for Death gets shuffled back in. I'll do that in a second. End of turn 4, what happened?
End turn 4, really, really quick turn. I'm left with just the demons, so doing a nice job of screening, still holding my back objective. I don't have the movement to get to the middle objective, so I've just simply cleared out the threat that was here from the witches.
Screened you.
Yeah, then I couldn't really go anywhere else. Just vomited them away, gave up, bring it down.
Yeah.
And I've just sat here and just sat out the range of the scary boats.
Well, because what you can do, because you go last, you terraform here and you get another 2 points as well.
That's my point.
I just can't do anything.
That's my thought.
Yeah, so this would be very quick, turn 5 for the Drukhari. Let's see what happens. You are in front points-wise, though.
We'll see where we go.
Let's see. So yeah, Drukhari end of turn for me. I had to spend a CP to get rid of Bring It Down. I just couldn't see this in any angle at all. Engage on all fronts and defend stronghold. So the Venom zoomed around the corner, so he's in this quarter. Rathkar and friends moved over. The Mandrakes came up, went back down again. Put some more Cabalites on this objective. And then, yeah, so I got all 4. You did overwatch me.
I did, down to 1 wound.
Down to 1 wound, so that could have stopped me some points. And then defend stronghold, I don't think you can stop me at this point.
No,
so
I don't think I can.
We'll score that. Right.
Turn 5, should we draw?
Yeah.
Number 1, secure No Man's Land.
You got behind enemy lines.
And behind enemy lines.
Do you want to, you've done mini secure, do you want to redraw that for a CP? So, gosh, that was incredibly close. End of, I keep trying to call you demons, but you're not demons. You are demons now.
Oh, now.
Yeah, Chaos Knights. It was a real hard decision because you drew Assassinate and Secure No Man's Land.
I did.
So you couldn't move off this for your mini secure, and it was like 72 points to me and 70-ish or high 60s to you. And the only Assassinate you could do was on Rathkar because he was left.
Yep.
So the decision was, if you stayed here and terraformed, it'd be 72-70 to me. If you came through and killed him, but remaining on this with enough vomit, it would have been 73-72 to you, 1 point win. But you got 9 vomits through, and it was so close. But I gave you -1 to wound because I had to.
Yep.
And
it paid off.
yeah, it didn't pay off. Unfortunately.
Yep.
But yeah, so 72-68. Bloody
Excellent
good game,
game,
close game. Yeah.
Excellent.
Few moments here where I charged Talos in. That was stupid. I didn't realise how hardcore your knights are.
Oh, they're incredibly hard to get through.
Wouldn't die at all. No.
It's that hit back.
I think
damage.
also your split fire here, because if you killed that boat as well, it would have been
I think the
3
boat or the
Dark
towers.
Lances.
Yeah.
Yeah. But lucky you bait. I haven't got past this middle line. This is the first time I got past this middle line this entire game. Turn 5.
Yeah.
Everything has been in here.
I think Rochkus really does the job well of
can't
just
touch him.
holding the objective. Put him on a middle objective and just leave him there. 200 points or whatever it is, 230.
Distraction kind
And
of.
you just own an objective.
So yeah, we'll chalk that one up. Again, close. Again, very close. Lot left with a lot left. Just again, the 3 Ravagers.
Yeah,
I
sat
think
at the
they won
back.
it for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're excellent. Oh, definitely won that for you.
I'm going to take 3 Ravagers every time now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It was so worth it for the points. That 9 Dark Lance on is such a tough thing to remove.
Will you come back and bring? You've got the Codex and bring.
When we get the Codex, when Big Knight's are viable.
That would be great.
We can only dream, Grant. We can only dream.
It will be soon. Right, until next time. Put it all together. Thanks, John.